In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use filters to create lists based on certain criteria. You can do this with any content type inside of Fluro, but the most common one is usually people. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to go to people and then contacts. And here you can see I have my list of contacts. And in the top right-hand corner, I have a filter by keyword option. Here I can type in something like the word James, and this will show me all of the people with the word James in their information. Now, if I delete that, I'll then get a list of everybody again. And just to the right of that, there's also a button that says filters. If I click the filters option here, you can see that the default filter will show me all people who have a status of either active or draft. Now, if we want to include archived contacts, I can just click that and choose archived as well. And on the left-hand side, you'll see that that updates and shows me all the people that match that criteria. Now, I'm going to click add another condition, and let's just try one. I'm going to search for the word total, so I can choose things like attendance or the total times they've checked in. We can filter based on how many times they've checked into a service or an event. I can also click family household total number of family members. I'm going to select that one and going to choose is greater than, I'll put in 0. So basically everyone who lives in a family with more than one, with at least one family member. And then I'm going to click add criteria where I can choose which family members to count. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to choose age is less than, and let's try maybe 17. So I want to find all people who live in a family with family members who are under the age of 17. So here you can see I have a number of people who live in families with people under 17. And on the right hand side, because we have an active filter, it also shows us the column with why those people return. So you can see here that Tom Mitchell lives in a family with 2 people in it that are under the age of 17. Now let's say we only want the parents of those families. I can also add another condition down here, and I can search for household role and choose is one of a parent. Now this will show me only parents who live in a family household with someone with a family member under the age of 17. And you can see here now we're down to about 7 contacts. Now, what I also want to do is find people who have kids who are under the age of 17 and they are in an academic calendar or school is one of, and I only want to know parents of kids who are in high school. Now, you'll see here that Joe Sample and Susan Sample both live in a household with a child, Billy Sample, who's 6 years old and is in high school. And that's basically giving me these 2 people because they match all of these criteria. Now I could also add another what we call rule, and here I can change, instead of having to match all of the rules, I can match any of these rules. Now here I can also select the first field, and I'll just choose my field as last name is one of, and here I can search for sample. Now here I can say I want to find all people who match this criteria, or their name is Sample. Their last name is Sample. And you'll see now I've got a number of other contacts that match that criteria. So you can change this at a rule level or at a condition level. There's a number of different options there. You can also do things like, let's say we wanted to find all people who have a birthday this month. I can click add condition and I'll search for the word date of birth. So we'll search for birth and we'll click date of birth. Now, because it's a date, I can either choose is in the next, is in the last. I can also choose anniversary is in the next. So I'm going to click birthday anniversary is in the next 4 and then choose weeks. And this will show me all people who have a birthday coming up in the next 4 weeks. And you'll see that there's Jerry Birthday here, Steve Clark, and Jesse Comer, as well as 2 others. So that's how we can create filters to find people who have a birthday coming up. There are so many different ways that you can slice and dice this. And let's say after you run this filter, this is a kind of list that you would often want to run or find information about. We can click the button down the bottom right hand corner that says save. If I click save, here I can actually save this filter as what we call in Fluro a query. So I can call this birthdays in the next 4 weeks. And I can also give it a description. Returns all contacts with a birthday in the next 4 weeks. Now, the title kind of describes it pretty well. But I can also go up here, click the realm that I want to save it in. I'll just put it in here, and we will hit save. And now we've got our list. If I click filters, instead of having to create that again, I can just click this saved tab, and I can just choose the birthdays in the next 4 weeks, and that will immediately apply it. And that's how you can use filters.